What?
Cappy, you're an animal lover, right?
Yeah.
And you've never eaten an animal ever since you're born. Tell me what your diet's like since you're born, and how old are you?
I'm 8 and my diet's like, all I eat is fruit and vegetables.
And you're not even interested in ice cream, pizza, or anything that people are eating, right?
No.
How come?
It just looks, to me it looks yucky.
Yeah?
I don't want to try any of it or anything.
I'm amazed. That's amazing. Cappy, I think you're an outstanding human being. I'm happy to know you. I'm happy to know you. Hi, Cappy. Cappy Osborne.
In Hawaii.
In Hawaii, from Australia. Ann Osborne is your mother. She wrote a book called The Path to Paradise, one of my favorite books. She's like the ambassador for fruit trees. She absolutely loves fruit, and she's been thriving on a fruit-based diet, well, just fruit, for about 23 years. Wow. And she looks great. She's energetic, and she's really thriving. And I believe that she was pregnant with you when she was also doing this lifestyle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you look pretty healthy to me. You look like you're thriving. You're a brilliant, brilliant boy. How old are you?
11.
11.
Turned 11 on the 16th of March.
So you just turned 11, and you're pretty strong. You told me you just ran a 5K, your first 5K ever yesterday.
Yeah, it's on a treadmill, but still. I mean, I did some kind of stuff, and I did it in 36 minutes.
36 minutes. That is a long time for a kid. Let me tell you, you're a strong kid. And how'd you feel afterwards?
Good. I wasn't out of breath or anything. I just walked off, and I didn't feel in pain or out of breath in the race. And
did you feel good afterwards?
Yeah, and I think it's a lot to do with dairy and stuff, because that can clog up and make your blood thick and all sorts of stuff. And my blood and stuff.
You just recover quickly.
Yeah, I just recover quickly. Like Jede and Alan run like 365 races in 365 days. They're already all
366.
Yeah. Oh, 366.
They want that extra day to break the record.
And their recovery time was so quick, because after you run a marathon, your recovery time might be longer. But since they're on a fruit diet, their recovery time was a lot shorter, so they could do that every day.
Right.
And they could be up and ready to do that every day and run around Australia. And Australia's a pretty big country.
Yeah, that's pretty admirable what Jeanette and Alan Murray have done. So we're going to, I could post a link below to reference that. So basically, you have been eating a fruit diet for the last 11 years of your life.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. Well, what about cravings or anything like what other kids are having? You're homeschooled, so does that help?
Well, when people are having other stuff, it's not like I've just come off the diet and it's like, I really want that, because I'm not addicted to it and I've never had it, so I don't have any reference. So it's just them eating, and it doesn't make me jealous. I'm not jealous or anything. And I think because I've never had anything else, I don't get cravings or anything when other kids are having stuff. Like, it's not like, oh man, I've only been doing the diet 2 months and I really want that or something. I mean, I've been on it my whole life, so I don't have anything else to reference to or anything.
Right. And do you feel like other children understand when you eat just fruit, when they come to your house or when you hang out with them? Do they try to make you eat other foods?
No, they think it's healthy a lot of the time. They understand a lot of the time that, like, lollies or
candy,
little sweets or whatever you call it in the US, candy, I think. So candy, they know it's unhealthy. So when they know they haven't had that ever and stuff, they think it's healthy a lot of the time, and their parents think it's healthy too.
They think it's healthy to eat candy.
No, they think it's healthy not to eat candy.
Oh, not to eat candy. So you're a good influence on them. At least they're eating more fruit when they're around you, am I right?
Yeah, and everyone enjoys fruit, and you don't get super hype about it. Even if you eat dates or sugary fruits and stuff, you don't get hype about it. The sugar is very different. It's not like you get a sudden sugar rush or anything.
And you rarely get sick, right?
No, I mean, if I do get sick, like, I'll get a cold like once or twice a year, and if I do get a cold or a virus, I'll recover really quickly from it. I might recover from a cold in 4 to 5 days, and I don't feel really sick. I just have a bit of a stuffed up nose and sometimes a sore throat, I don't get really sick. I just feel bad a bit, and my recovery time from that's really quick.
So do you feel like now you're ready to get a little bit more social and go to mainstream school?
Yeah, I might do that next year in school. So I'll be in 7th grade in Australia. Yeah.
I think you're very bright. I really do. And I really commend your mother for being a pioneer and trying to do something different where nobody else really did it in your area. And are there any other homeschooled kids near you?
Yeah, there's quite a few homeschool kids, and I have friends on the internet and stuff I talk to, and I do homeschool groups and stuff. And I have 3 friends near where I live. Yeah.
So do you feel like you're happy? Well, I think that maybe homeschooling has allowed you to travel, and that's a really big benefit.
And I can learn when I travel. I went to Brunei, and I learned a lot of different religions, cultures, all sorts of different things. And you don't learn that until, like, when you go out for a field trip in school, you don't go out to, you might go out somewhere like to somewhere, but you don't go to another country and you don't learn things there. That I went tracking in the jungle with someone who's been in the jungle, lived in the jungle their whole life, and they knew everything. They knew tons of things, like they knew how to get water, how to plant, they knew how to do this, that. I had loads. I was full when I was in the jungle with him. Seriously, I just kept eating, kept giving me different things to eat. He knew not to combine things with things, because it can be bad, and all sorts of things. So I learned things like that, and you can't learn that in the jungle. You need things that you can't find on the internet. And he's been in the jungle all his life, and I learned a lot from that. You can't just, school doesn't teach you everything. I've been the extra mile, I've been traveling around the world, and that's also another good thing I've learned.
Yeah, and it's clear that you also are aware of what's going on around the world, as opposed to somebody that's just sitting in a classroom being told.
I've been there, and I've been to those places. I've been to different cultures, different traditions. I've been, and I've done lots of different things. You can't get that experience in a classroom. And
now that you find that Australia is your home, but do you find yourself wanting to live anywhere else, like maybe America one day, or work in America or something like that?
I don't know. I mean, I'm probably going to be someone who lives in Australia and goes over to other countries a couple of times a year. So I'll go to the US, I'll go to Canada in the winter sometimes for a bit of fun, because it gets pretty cold there. I might go to, I have an English passport as well, so I could go live in England and stuff.
Were you born in England?
No, I was born in Australia, but my mum is from England. My dad was born in Australia, but mine was from England, so I have an English passport, so that's good. So I have 2 passports.
You have a brother as well, right? How old is he?
He's 23.
And what does he do?
He's in the Australian Army.
And he grew up also vegan, yeah? Or mostly raw?
He grew up raw vegan until he was 14.
Until he was 14. And then he was homeschooled until 14?
No, he just went to normal school.
All his life?
Yeah.
And then he just got a little bit of peer pressure or whatever, curiosity.
Yeah, because where in England there was loads of vegans and stuff, and there was even some fruitarians in here. But when he moved to Australia, there wasn't even a vegetarian in his class, and that was hard for him.
That's why your mother's a pioneer, because really nobody else was doing it. Now, thank God, there's internet, there's fruit festivals that you keep going to, and you're benefiting, I think, a little bit more than your brother did. But so now, do you feel like you're able to be confident enough to take on any person that asks you about your diet, and you feel like you could stand strong and bash the myths of protein and not getting enough of it?
Protein really is recyclable as well. You don't just use it once, and usually protein deficiency is almost unheard of unless you have problems assimilating stuff and stuff. Protein deficiency isn't something, it's just something that's made out too much. It's like a big thing that's like all the protein and stuff, and people think, well, how can he survive on a diet? He must be unwell and stuff. And to me, I just ran my first 5K race I was on a treadmill, but still, and I did it in 36 minutes, and I wasn't out of breath afterwards. I mean, I did that, and I could just do that, and I mean, I feel happy and healthy. I mean, if you feel healthy in yourself, it doesn't really matter what other people say, because other people aren't you. They can say whatever they want, but it's still not going to make any difference to how you feel. Like, you're the only one who knows how you feel.
Well said,
I feel
Cappy.
good.
Well said. This is a continuation of the last video that we made when you were age 7.
Not 8.
You were 8 at the time?
I think so.
Okay.
It's in Central Park. Bit different to Hawaii.
It was, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a bit different. Central Park in New York. Well, it's always a pleasure, Cappy, to have you around. I always love when you're here. I always nickname you Happy with an
Happy
H.
Cappy.
Happy Cappy. All right, baby. I love you. I don't say baby for nobody. I'm giving you a thumbs up. That's my thumb. Okay, guy.
Yeah.
Talk to you
Bye.
soon. Till next time, right?